Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Wednesday Night Warfare, brought to you with the Armchair Dragoons. It is a pleasure to be among you. Here at Take Two, I'll have you know, because I realized I hadn't successfully taken this one public. This one is. That's what we wanted to
Good
see.
evening, everyone.
And yeah, we're out there. I know we have some folks that have shown up from time to time in the chat from Florida. I know you won't be able to watch this. I suspect you won't be able to watch this, but please know we're thinking about you. That is David Pumphouse is first. What?
Wow.
All the way from the other side, the briny Pumphouse strikes. How wonderful.
Oh, nice.
Good evening, friendo. Yes, we have, so that's really cool. But no, we are definitely thinking about all those who are affected by the storm surge. I've got okay, how is it that Red Sachs, who's wide awake in the middle of California, doesn't post, but David Pumphouse, who is in London, and Phil Portway, who's in Wales, are the first ones to post? I do not understand. So, yeah, all of our friends who are out there, please know we're thinking about you, because this is, the photos, the videos I was watching are crazy. Yeah, just that. I guess I'll leave it there. I know I have to change this so that Achilles can see it better. Get some white dice out there. Everybody got your white dice? You do? Good. All right. Well, last week we came by and we started with Spearhead, and we all poked at it. We did some things right. We had some interesting things seen, and then we did things that I think were horribly wrong. Yeah, but it's okay because we were just trying. And so we decided we wanted to try the scenario, which is called Attack This, from the scenario book, or from the rule book, actually. And let me repeat what I said before. This is not a typical Spearhead game. It's actually quite small. This table is 1/4 your average Spearhead table size. So don't worry about that. We are going to play through it again from the beginning with, first, Achilles. Good evening.
Good evening.
And instead of OJ, who is out California way, we have Just Joe joining us. Good evening.
Good evening, everyone.
And standing in, as he was last week, for the forces of the Wehrmacht, we have Barthart Vance. Good evening.
G'day, g'day.
Hey, hey. And so I want to talk about a couple of the things that I learned over the course of the week, just sort of checking out the forums and asking questions, and probably the biggest. And this is something that, Joe, you'll be familiar with from Shaco. You know that there are going to be orders drawn, and Achilles is going to draw them. We have here in the center a brigade HQ. This brigade HQ, by the way, is doubled because over here we have the trucks that carry these guys, these crazy flamethrower guys. So it's one or the other of those, not both. I assume you'll send out the trucks. I don't know. And then you also have these recon boys, and you have these, and you actually have the HQ itself for them, which does have a small combat ability. But then you have these 2 battalions of tanks that are going to be the ones that get the orders, and they're going to drive along. Every turn, if you want to move in this game, you have to draw an arrow, just like in Shaco. And that's said to be an attack order, and you're going to attack, and you're going to go to an arrow. Now, there's 3 things you need to know about that arrow. Number 1, you got to follow it along just like in Shaco until the order is changed. Changing Russian orders is unlikely. It can happen, but it's unlikely. They need a 6 on a D6 to change their orders. Number 2, when you're on those attack orders, you're going to continue to follow them until you get to a point at the end of a turn. You, the Russians, have to make a full mandatory move each turn. Number 1 thing I learned this week, you don't stop when you spot somebody. You keep going till the end of your move. That is why disappeared move makes a difference. If a unit would have been in your LOS, but drove right through it, you get to say, he's a disappeared guy, and you get to shoot at him where he disappeared from you, pretty much where you want. It's op fire. So you might blast him back, but he does have to move all the way through his move. And the number 3 thing, as I said, is as you push through, it means we're going to have to pay very close attention to disappeared. This is where I learned that, and we'll if we continue to play Spearhead, we'll get there pretty quickly. We're going to do some hidden deployment because the game really wants it. Remember, and this is a critical point, when you first spot someone, if they were in cover when you spotted them, you may not attack them that turn. They get what's called an ambush turn. You may only fire on them your next turn. The second thing I learned, and this goes to Vance, units that are on defend orders may pretty much do whatever they like to react to the enemy as long as they stay within command zone.
Okay.
The key is the battalion commander may not move at all, may not pivot, may not budge. So everybody around the battalion commander can buzz around. Like, for example, that AT gun you were worried about.
Yep.
They can go booking all the way back. You know, they can deploy safely. They can do whatever they want as long as they stay in CZ. You know, they can, but that BC, he can't move without an order change. Yes.
Gotcha.
The third thing I learned, break off is all the battalion or nothing. Individual units don't break off, only the battalion does. So if you wanted to get, now, like I said, that gun you had, he could have left. That's not a problem. Okay.
Right.
But if you want him to do that break-off move where he turns that 180 degrees and runs away, because remember, everybody's limited to a 45-degree turn.
Yep.
If you want him to make that 180, it's got to be the whole battalion.
Oof.
So yeah, it's you know, it's kind of give me 40 acres and I'll turn this rig around. Yeah, let me go through the guide and we'll just dive in and we'll go make some more mistakes. What? Don't forget, you can make a reverse move. It's 3 inches, it's half of 3 doubled. So there you go. Remember, all the distances that you see on that chart are doubled because, yeah, that's again just what I do. Don't forget about your ambushes. Don't forget about your LOS. Anything else I really wanted to hit? I don't think so.
Can I ask a question?
Of course.
So a battalion on attack orders,
Yes.
is ambush. So they've encountered the enemy.
Yes.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Are they then allowed to react to that enemy, or does the battalion still have to do full move along the arrow?
Everybody continues to make their move. They stop. Then you may react to the enemy.
Okay.
So
All right.
you can wind up driving past the enemy in a way you're going to be sad about.
Yeah. Okay.
You know.
Got it.
And spotting is by spotting is by battalion for spotting purposes, but for shooting purposes, it's from platoon to platoon. It's base to base. You don't get Borg spotting. Right. So if this unit of tanks has spotted someone, yes, the whole battalion will know about it and be able to react to it, but only this guy can shoot.
So there is kind of Borg spotting.
There is, to the extent that you can react to it. Yeah, you're essentially saying, yes, there's something over there, go react to it. And even that, to be honest, goes away once you get into the full double blind Shaco that Artie recommends in the advanced rules. Because then it really is, you only can react to what you happen to see. And it puts a burden on the umpire to make sure he gets his spotting right. So you're going to forgive me if I practice a little bit before we try any of that nonsense. And I had to purge out a lot of stuff because the errata I'm looking at are actually from modern Spearhead, so I suddenly have to put aside anti-tank guided missiles.
But I want to.
Please do.
I will trade you a battalion of infantry for a tow.
Yeah, just one.
Just one. Yeah, that's all I need.
It would be all you need.
Oh yeah.
Or you got the reloads.
Or in fairness, trade you for a tank, a gyro stabilized tank.
Give me one M1.
There you go.
There you go.
One at that point does weep for the tanks on either side. Let's be clear. All right. So we'll do our joint setup like we did last time. Vance, you've got your super secret hidey box, I believe. Nobody should be able to see over there. Achilles and Joe, you're going to draw your lines. What you're going to do more than anything is you're going to be marching on with these guys turn 1. Vance will be putting his boys out on the board. The goal here is just to whack one another within 10 turns, 10 turns, 10 turns. Vance is allowed to set up anywhere out to 40 inches.
But I have to
You must
keep my
maintain your
guys-
CZ, exactly.
which is 24 inches, right?
Mhm, yep. Yes, sir. Which, as you will recall, is
From a guy who can't move for the entire game.
Well, he can change
I
his
can't
order.
move with an order. Yeah.
And as you'll notice, German orders, they're not that hard to change.
No, that's not what I mean. I mean, his CZ has to be from his commander, right?
Yes,
And his commander can't move.
if he's on defend orders.
If I can change my orders from my commander.
Yep.
I see. Okay. I misunderstood him.
Yeah. Now, I don't know if he will want to, but if he did,
Yeah.
you know.
It's the stay within 24 inches that I'm having issues with.
Sure. And since
Oh,
you
by
can't-
the way, Joe.
Yes, Gillies.
I don't recall if Jim mentioned this, but unlike Shaco, you can have various times for the movements.
I did not mention that. That's excellent.
Oh, okay. So you can place an order and say that order goes off at turn 2
On
or
turn 3, or yeah, exactly.
Okay. All right. Well, since I'm the newbie here, if you want to go ahead and do the orders, then
I will
and just
indeed.
and give me a battalion to command. I'll be
Yes, sir.
satisfied with that.
And while you're doing that, I will tell you, Joe, that the sequence of events is we're going to roll for initiative for movement, and the Germans are going to get a +1 to that.
Mm-hmm.
Then it's going to be up to the winner to say who goes first, who goes second.
Okay.
All movement is done first. Then we go through fire attacks, and they go through a very particular order that's intended to reflect doctrines. And that order is here. We'll work our way through each one of them. Then we will do morale checks from all that fire. Then we'll do close combat, which is up close and bloody and very nasty. Then we'll do more morale checks as appropriate. Morale checks are actually very simple. And then we do order changes and rally from suppression. You're going to recognize some of this stuff if you watched any of the Crossfire, because there are some similarities. Combat is actually very simple. You'll see it here. The biggest thing to observe is that if you take a look at any one of your tanks, let's take a look just right here at these T-34s. They've got a defense value, which is a 6 and a 4, which is their front and rear arc. Not hard to figure out. They have an anti-tank and an anti-infantry value. You subtract the armor of the thing you're shooting at from either the anti-tank or the anti-infantry, and that gives you your modifier. That modifier can, of course, be negative.
Okay.
You then are going to roll 1d6. 4 5 suppresses, 6 kills. 2 suppressions equal a kill. And a kill is the entire base.
Okay. So things could go away rather quickly.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Yep, things are meant to die quickly at this scale. And again, this is a small battle. I don't know if any of you follow me on Twitter, but if you do, a gentleman from England posted his, I think it was 2nd SS Panzer from Kursk. And he had a core on the table. On a giant table. And he's like, yep. So, according to him, it's the only game that lets him do it. He loves it. He swears by it. So I guarantee it'd give you a big battle. I don't know if it'll be good, but we'll find out. Spotting. Probably the most important distance in the rules, I think. Bear in mind, everything is doubled. You're going to spot infantry in cover at 6 inches and vehicles at 12. Anything in the open is 18 and 36. If you're up on a hill, you get an extra 6 inches. If anything fires from cover, it increases the range at which they are spotted to 24 inches. Unless it's a mortar of 82 millimeter or smaller.
Okay.
CZs are up here. Movements are down here. One critical movement distance, half if you may not shoot if you move more than half your maximum.
And the attack order requires you to move your full move.
It does, but remember, once you what the point is, you're going to shoot past something and then you get to react to it. You get to maneuver appropriately once you see that thing.
Right. Okay. Gotcha.
Oh, wait, sorry. So he doesn't. As soon as he sees me, he can change his.
No, negative. He
orders?
goes. He finishes that move.
Right.
That move. Then in his next move, he can react to if he can still see you.
Right.
So there's a chance, and that this is explicit in the rules. This is the thing I didn't understand until I read the errata. There is a chance that he sees you, he has to wait, and you leave. Because you then win initiative and move out.
Right.
Shoot and scoot is real.
Let's see how that works in practice. That sounds like
Yeah.
it makes a lot of sense. Okay.
Oh, we start on anywhere on the northern edge of the
Anywhere
board,
on that
right?
edge. Yep.
That's what I thought. Okay.
Do they work the same way, Phil? How have I never tried them? Have I just blipped over that part of the rules? Phil is saying there are timed orders in Shaco.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty awesome.
That would be interesting. That'd be
Yeah,
hard to do.
I want to use that.
Yeah.
Well,
that
we will.
makes reserve. Putting a formation in reserve more interesting.
For sure. We'll have to see.
Okay.
We'll see what he says here. You all set over there, Vance? I figured you were.
I think I am. I think I've obeyed the proper CZ rules this time. My guns are allowed out of CZ, right?
Yes. Much like Cannon in Shaco, interestingly enough.
So another thing about cover, like trees, you have to be at the edge of them to shoot out. Like, how much tree can you shoot through? Or is that a thing? Is it just I'm in trees or out of trees?
No, I don't. I believe it's a thing. That is a good question. I will seek an answer.
I'm not even sure how to word that properly.
I know what you're
I
talking
think
about.
you understand what I'm talking
we dealt with it in LaSalle just the other day, in fact, where it was determined that I think is it LaSalle that you can't shoot in trees, or was that? No, that was Blucher. That's right. There is no shooting in trees. Perhaps it will be on that page dedicated to line of sight. That's where I'd like it to be candid.
Kind of makes sense.
Yep, woods block fire. They do. It's not a question. So it's concealing. Yes.
But if I'm in the woods, does it matter how deep in the woods?
Yeah,
I am?
I would say, let me go check and see what it says about protecting, because they absolutely block LOS, but to
Yeah.
your point, they do provide cover, concealing positions. Let me see what the answer there is under 7.5.2 suppression cover. Here we go. Yeah, it is light or protective cover. Yes, it is some portion thereof. So you'd have to be sticking your nose out basically, because the trees otherwise are going to block it.
Okay. Just okay.
We will
How-
say at the edge.
I can't remember how many turns are there.
10.
10.
10, 10, 10.
Okay.
And what's the Russian objective?
Kill them.
Oh, okay. Well,
Kill
there you
them
go.
all.
Yeah, the mission, it's intended to be simple. I will read it so that it may be clear. The Russians win if they kill or rout the German battalion, or if they kill 6 platoons of any kind and exit 9 platoons off that edge, that far edge, by turn 10. So you got to kill. You can't just sprint away from them. You got to kill at least 6, and then get 9 off.
Okay.
You still drawing there, Achilles?
Yeah, I'm almost done.
Cool. Just making sure I'm not missing nothing.
And now, should we have arrows for 3 formations or just 2?
Should have
The-
it for
the-
3. You should be moving that HQ too.
Oh, okay. I wasn't sure if it was like attached to one of the battalions. or
No,
not.
it's not. I have a question into the designer, but we're doing it that way. Because it's clearly in the TO&E. One of the things I mentioned to everybody is one of the really cool things about having Spearhead as a rule book. It's got a completely separate booklet that's a TO&E for all the major armies throughout the war at the divisional level. So it's a neat introduction for somebody like me who's never made a close study of it anywhere above the skirmish level in how these larger formations kind of hung together.
I remember the old command decision game had.
Yeah, very much like that. Yeah.
Yep. Is that even in print anymore?
It was on the 30th edition or something like that. I don't know. I cannot say. I was seeing it. Phil appears to have answered. Let's check the whoop. Andrew, good evening. McGuire. The Kriegspiel is destruct. The Kriegspiel is full, Andrew. I do apologize for that. I will take a look at that, Phil, for sure. And Haz has joined us, so all is well. Haz, do you have Spearhead? I can't remember. We're always looking for Spearhead, Haz. Yep. It is currently owned by Test of Battle, who, let me say, owns Volley and Bayonet, a system I like and we have played.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's a good game.
Blucher has replaced it for me, but it's still, Frank's game is much to be respected. That's what I will say.
Yeah.
I need a color.
Ooh, Andrew has Spearhead. There are no Mark IV Panzers. All right, John, I've been waiting for you. John, Saturday, Chickamauga, okay? You good? We good? You going to show up? You better kibitz. Demand you kibitz. I know I'm late, but that's okay. Ah, Andrew, you have Spearhead. Do you know Spearhead? Are you prepared to be Spearhead Has? This is a very heavy burden. Because I pick on Has all the time. I'm never right. That's what's really aggravating. Has is always right about the rules in which he has. But are we good? I see many. Oh, I see. Okay, dude,
Almost.
you could totally have
Good in the
picked
last-
you could have picked a skinnier arrow. I'm just saying. It's like you're drawing your spearheads with crayon.
I am. I'm doing it for
He is.
Doing it for Marines. That's funny.
All right, Andrew has played a ton of Spearhead. All right, Andrew, we're going to test you. Vance had an excellent question. His question was, allow me to summarize, if I have a platoon it's a support platoon, let's say it's an infantry gun, and I have parked it here, how far out do I have to be to shoot? I said you'd kind of have to be at the edge. Obviously, he gets the -1 for cover, but the question is, how far in does he have to go, if at all, to avoid being seen entirely? Or if you want to flip it the other way, how far out does he have to come in order to shoot out? Because it certainly says that woods block LOS. This is your first Spearhead Has question.
Okay, Joe.
Yes, sir.
You will have 1st Battalion. That's the red, or as it looks in our little green box, orange
Okay, gotcha.
arrows. Okay.
Yep.
The number is the turn that move will be made. So can you
Okay,
read
so
them?
that's the number that arrow activation happens.
Yes. So
Okay,
like
gotcha.
the one with the 1 next to it, that's what you're
Yeah.
doing on turn 1.
Okay.
And then you're not moving again until the next number.
Okay, gotcha.
Okay.
Yep.
Is most groovy. That is good. And obviously we'll walk Joe through this as we go, as we all seek to do our very, very best. Okay, John
right.
Stanley, are you drinking? We are not. Oh, there it is. Can you give me a rule site on that, Andrew? Because that makes sense. Man says edge within 2 inches.
So if I'm deeper than 2 inches, you can't see me.
Can't see
Or
you,
I
you
be
can't see
shot
out.
at. Yeah.
Yes, and John, you drinking? Chickamauga with Longstreet? No, my friend. It is Ultra Freedom. As has said. All right, well, that takes us to initiative on turn 1. Initiative on turn 1. Germans get a +1. 1d6 from one of you, please. Or from both of you, I guess.
7.
Look at you. I imagine you'd like them to go first?
I would like them to go first.
All right, but unfortunately, you got to put your toys out.
Oh, we're doing that, are we?
Yeah. I ain't ready for that.
Okay.
I ain't gonna lie. I want everybody to yell at me and say what I get wrong and correct me and all that stuff. Because I think. Go ahead.
Good. I said I'm Jim. I expect at some point in time in the future we play double blind Spearhead.
It's gonna happen. Is that no? You if you don't think that that's one of the reasons I love the concept of this game, you are wrong.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah, double blind would be awesome.
You know, it'd be harrowing for me, and of course the chat would love it because they would be picking on me.
I want to see how you do it in TTS.
Oh, it's actually that's easy. We've done it. We did it. Have you seen the Snappy Nappy games?
No, I haven't looked at them.
Yeah, I hid a 15-foot by 12-foot table under multiple boxes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's actually. I won't
It's
say
just as horrific as it sounds.
yes. But the key is, just like now, you all have colored boxes on top of your stuff. I don't. I can see everything.
Right.
Yeah.
So I can very carefully, and to me, it's the closest parallel is Fletcher Pratt, where I will just sometimes go, all right, I need you to stop just for 1 second, or I'm going to have you, you do know you can blindfold yourself in TTS, right?
Yep.
You know, and so I'll have you blindfold yourself while I do a quick measurement.
Oh, I didn't know you could blindfold yourself.
Yeah, push the B
So
button.
does my little FO have to be within the command zone of the battalion?
The FO does not. No, he can cruise. Do it in
Oh, really?
Yeah, uh-huh. Yeah.
All right. Welcome there.
FOs can cruise.
There's not a lot of stuff to hide in on this side of the map.
No. Everybody, please notice my lovely. I want respect for my lovely little diorama. See, look at that.
So here's my CZ. So he doesn't have to be, but these guys are all within 24.
Mm-hmm.
My guns are further.
Mm-hmm.
That would be everybody I own.
You are, as the military fellas say, cocked, locked, and ready to rock.
Yeah, sure.
Jim, how do I know within my battalion which one is the battalion HQ?
You should, and we that's the one thing I'm unclear on. I think you just pick one.
Okay.
And frankly, as long as the unit hangs together, it won't be a problem. If it starts to split, I may make you pick.
Hmm.
You know,
Okay.
so you should think about that. Because, like, right now, who cares, right? Now, also note, your CZs are not as generous as Vance's. You know, you are up. You've got the. I think each of your battalions is up to 12 platoons, so you've got 12 inches.
Right. Well, I'm assuming that loss of a battalion HQ incurs some kind of negative or issue.
It incurs you not getting orders.
Oh, well, that's a big negative.
Yeah,
Okay.
it incurs you not getting orders unless this dude is willing to step down and assume command.
Okay.
Which has consequences all of its own.
All right.
Good.
Does that mean you can't execute orders that you already have?
No, you continue to execute the orders you already have, but you can't change them.
Well, since changing them is almost impossible for us anyway, Joe. It really doesn't
Yeah,
make
no,
a
that
difference.
could well be 6 and 2 3s. Yeah, for sure. All right, you take care, Phil. And Destruct, bonus point for Destruct for praising my miniatures. Thank you. Sycophancy will get you anywhere. Yes, Vance.
I was supposed to pick a FO from my onboard.
Yes.
Order,
Yeah,
right?
Joe, this is one thing that because it is not at the divisional level, it's attached at the battalion level. Vance has a spotter for his mortars. He has to pick one, and he is choosing this guy right here.
Okay.
Can you mark him so we all remember that?
That's a good. Yeah. Well, I'm just gonna say.
I choose
in his
you.
tooltip, spotter. How's that?
Perfect.
What actually I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get you a marker. We'll get a marker for this. Steer.
That's fine.
Eventually, I'm just saying that you can.
Yeah.
I'll attach it directly to the base.
Sure.
That'll work well. Okay, cool. Good note though. Good note.
So somewhere out here he has a mortar platoon.
He does. He's got mortars and machine guns looking for you.
I also have off-board artillery, so.
In fairness, he wanted to let you know.
It's okay.
Just
so as you know.
Just so as you know. All right, Russians, rock and roll. Bring somebody out.
Go ahead and show me how it's done, Achilles.
There you go.
All right.
And so the deal is, Joe, it's following the line. It is, you may turn up to 45 degrees, left, right, and then it's straight as an arrow. No pun intended.
Okay. Turn once per turn, right?
Correct. At the beginning of the turn.
Only at the beginning?
Yes.
Only.
Oh, okay. Cool.
Checking that compared to the order. That looks pretty good.
Now they just do
There,
go to.
he's
they
spotted.
go-
By me, anyway.
Yep.
okay. Where do you want me to stop?
No, you don't stop. You go. You go to the end.
go.
Remember, you go to the end of your order. Vance is just telling you that you're spotted.
Well, thanks. Thanks, Vance.
No problem, eh?
Don't confuse me.
You go
Not
to
enough
that order
trouble.
just like you're doing.
It's like
I just want you
somebody.
to be terrified that you're spotted.
It's like somebody shouting on guard in the middle of a chess game for no apparent reason.
I flew my glove at you.
You know what? That sounds like something that I would have done in high school playing speed chess.
Just on guard. That's awesome.
And movement ranges are, well, they're printed in the tooltip, right?
They are.
But they're doubled from what's on the
Yeah, they're
chart.
doubled from what they would have. Actually, the speeds. One of the really other cool things you get when you buy Spearhead is the unit cards that have their stats.
Yeah, that is cool.
Yeah, it's see. Once upon a time, kids. I know this is going to seem like a long time ago. When you used to buy games, they came with all the stuff when you bought the game.
Once upon a time.
I know that's weird.
Way,
I know that's
way back when.
you know, you open
Oh.
up the book and there was all the stuff there to play. I mean, you had to go buy the models, of course, but you had the unit cards, you had scenarios, you had the TONE. You didn't buy anything. There's literally nothing else to buy.
Please don't get me started.
Back when Papa Jim was just knee high to a grasshopper.
No, it was 1995. I was in grad school.
Wait, that was just like yesterday or something, wasn't it?
Relatively
That's only
speaking.
10 years ago, yeah.
Yeah, come on. It's like this isn't that long ago.
It's 30 years, Jim.
Silence. The Canadian will stop speaking.
Well, okay, but Vance doesn't have much room to talk. He remembers the Victorian era, so
True.
Oh, not good. Okay. All right.
Well, it's in Canada. That was only 30 years ago.
So I have to do a full move,
Yes, you
right?
do, sir.
well, you have to go
out
to
to
the end
the
of
tip,
the arrow.
out to the tip of your arrow.
That's
I think
true.
I see that right here, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
I see it.
So
Okay. I got you. All right. Well, what I want to do is make sure what these things are.
They're tanks.
I would submit that for a couple of these, they're barely tanks. But yeah,
But I
okay.
suppose if one looked up the dictionary definition of tank, nothing like being
Yes.
infrared spotted by dude in the weeds.
Yeah.
their
Now here-
purpose is to draw fire, Joe.
Okay. So, question.
Yes,
All right. So you had said earlier that the only unit that has to remain directly on the arrow is the battalion HQ
Yep. And then everybody else
Okay.
stays within CZ.
within CZ, even if that would, for instance, in this case, take some of the units beyond where the tip of the arrow is.
Nope. You can't. You cannot advance beyond the tip of the arrow.
Okay, then let me ask you this question: If I am the HQ of this battalion,
Yeah.
and I'd like my formation to be like it is an example on page. What page is this? Does this book have no page
Uh-oh.
numbers?
Yeah, it does. They're top.
Page 8,
Mhm.
top left. We're under command zone.
Mhm.
If I wanted to reenact that formation, then that would mean that my HQ can actually move. Doesn't have to move to the tip of the arrow, but he will have units at the tip of the arrow.
Yes, exactly.
That's okay.
That's okay.
All right, good. That's all I needed to know.
Yeah.
Joe is forming a V.
It's,
Well-
he's forming an arc anyway. If he's following the.
What? We're not playing. We're not playing ancients. I mean, I thought we were playing ancients.
No,
Are these not?
tanks
Are
use
these?
the wedge?
Are these not the immortals?
Well, I have a feeling those tanks you just put out there are not going to be immortal.
They're not. They're not.
No. You're right, Red. You're right, Red. No, I remember vividly when Magic the Gathering came out. It ended life at Gen Con as I knew it. We went.
I remember
in
the
just a-
days of magic.
just in a couple of years, we went from it was a miniatures place, it was heavy D&D, to suddenly it was like walking through downtown Calcutta with a bunch of stinky hobos holding out their hands saying, "Black Lotus, Black Lotus." Oh my god.
That is
Well,
funny.
it certainly paints a picture.
Please address all of your letters to Jim Brzezowski.
These things, these walls, are they walls or hedges?
Hedges.
Hedges. I'm assuming I can go through hedges.
You got to take a look and notice what it does to your movement.
Drive through and destroy them. Jim loves it when you destroy hedges.
You don't destroy them in this, you screwhead.
Are they hedges?
These
Light
are-
hedge
you-
or
you will-
hedgerow?
You will notice that they are hedgerows.
Ah, okay. So no, you cannot move through them. Okay, well let me
They say
change that
hedges.
movement.
Wait,
Yeah, that's just
can't move
no.
through
Well,
them?
this because that's what that thing is. Let me double check, but I'm pretty sure they're hedgerows.
Okay.
I'm pretty
There's
sure.
no such thing as hedgerows in the steps of.
Yeah, and that's what I'm worried. That's you just clicked on what I was worried about.
Yeah. Okay, I am complete.
We've been playing way too much West Front stuff.
No lie.
Yeah,
That is-
I have a question though about the movement of those. You can't move through them.
Well,
If they're hedgerows,
yeah,
you
if they're
can't.
hedgerows, you cannot.
Only infantry can.
We're going to call them hedges because Van's point prevails. His point prevails. It is correct. We're going to say they're light hedges, which means it only affects wheeled and towed.
Yep.
But remember,
Does that
that's
mean
move.
that-
Go ahead.
Wheeled vehicles cannot move through them.
Half.
Half speed.
Oh, okay, that's fine. Because I'm just checking because that would become a problem.
Yep. It is a good question. Glad you asked it. Any other Russians, Soviets to move?
HQ.
No.
Oh,
HQ isn't moving this turn.
okay, gotcha.
There it is. Vance, you got anybody you want to move?
That would be negative.
I would have thought as much. I'm just curious. I'm gathering, Vance, you've been checking who you've spotted. So who have you spotted?
Oh, all of this.
Everybody.
Okay, I
All of
figured.
this.
Have they spotted you?
No.
Okay, I just wanted...
Not unless I
wanted
shoot.
Right, exactly. That's the point I'm trying to get across, particularly to Joe.
Yeah.
You still haven't seen this bozo show back here. When he shoots, it's going to go out to 24 inches. I don't know what the range is. I haven't been checking.
It's going to make him visible.
Yeah,
to these
you'll
guys.
see that. Unfortunately, you won't be able to shoot at him
We won't
until
see
next.
these guys. Oh, we might
Till
see
next
them.
turn.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah, so
see that
that
guy.
is the reality in which you find yourself. So Vance, you will now, I know, unleash great cruelty because you will not forego your assault. We would do air attacks. We would do artillery fire. Do you have any artillery fire?
I don't think so. Oh, no, I can't see those sort of trees, so no.
All right, no artillery fire. Therefore, stationary infantry that hadn't moved would go. But now AT guns may go. Vance, what would you like to do?
Well, let's start over here.
All right, that guy right there. We see that he has an anti-tank of 5. An anti-tank of 5. Who's he going to shoot at?
Got a range of.
Now, you must shoot it closest, remember?
I have to shoot closest. Okay.
Yep.
Oh, we'll
You are
shoot it.
eligible to shoot at any of these guys. There is a target priority system that
Okay.
basically prevents you from doing dumb things like shooting AT guns at infantry if there's anybody else there.
Okay.
Once you get done with the priority system, you then shoot at the nearest. So whoever that is, I don't know which one of these poor unfortunates that is.
This guy.
So you've got a +2, Vance. +2 on that boy.
So it's one die.
1 die. 4 or 5 suppresses, 6 kills.
Right. Five.
5, that is a suppress.
Okay, so they're suppressed.
Just like in Crossfire, that means he may neither move nor fire till rallied.
Okay.
All right. You have another one, Vance, I believe?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I got 4 actually.
Oh, jeez. Okay, who's next?
These guys here in the center.
Who are they shooting at? Who's nearest? It's another 5.
Do I have 24?
Yeah.
That's my range.
You could. Yeah, I think at that point it's your choice. It's your center actually. It's center
Yeah.
of your
Oh,
unit.
my center?
Yeah, center to nearest point.
Oh, and I'm out. He's out of range then.
Well, let me verify.
So
that.
I got a range of
If-
24.
If there is so much at stake, I do want to verify that, but I'm pretty sure.
I will
Changing the
apologize, Joe. My plan the first time we ran through
Oh
this
nope,
was
it is center front to
far
center front,
more,
or it's center front to nearest.
was
Okay,
far
so
more
center front.
elegant.
Oh, that's okay.
This
So
one
he's
is
nearest.
experimental.
I'm just trying to learn the rules. So
This
that's
AT
cool.
is only 3.
His AT is 3, his defense is 6. So the most you can do to him,
There's nothing.
the most, no, you can suppress him. You can use that suppression fire, but it's a 2d6. You need an 11 or a 12.
Okay.
With one die, Vance.
No, yeah,
with
right.
one die.
No, it's ridiculous.
So I can do a suppression fire, or I can just hold my fire and not do it, right?
Right, which would prevent you from being seen.
Yeah. So what's this guy's problem here too? Ah. So he is closer. So this guy's gonna shoot.
All right, 3. He's got
Leave.
3. It's a net 0.
Okay.
So that's a
4, 5, or 6.
That is a 4 or 5 shock, 6 kills. Yeah.
4.
Suppress.
4 or 5 shock.
That's
What
what.
game
Yeah,
are you
it's,
playing, Tim?
that's chain of command. I've been working on that all day.
And this guy. Oh, he has to shoot at that same truck. That same.
Mm-hmm.
I can't see him because of the hill crest.
Okay.
I can see this guy though.
Same deal.
I know. I have a 5 on this one.
Oh,
He's a big gun.
he's the dirty nasty. So that's 5 plus. So it's a +2.
How'd I kill?
That's a kill. Okay.
That's it.
All right. No
So-
fires. There's obviously no fires from the Germans because they couldn't see
From
anybody.
the Russians.
To the
The
Russians. They couldn't
Germans
see
did all the
anybody.
shooting.
Yeah, so those are ambush shots, right?
Those are yeah. Those are your shots for. Well, no, they still haven't seen you. Well, this guy, yeah, this guy now, but the
Seen
guys
him
that you
now.
haven't seen, right? Yeah,
Yeah.
right.
This
Those
guy
were,
also.
Those were your shots from ambush, correct?
Those were your shots from ambush.
Yep.
There's no bonus for that though, right?
Nope. It's just he can't shoot back.
Right. He can't shoot back this turn. Right.
Yeah, which is a fairly decent bonus, but there it is. All right, so we're gonna. So that was it for that. ATGs, stationary vehicles, moving vehicles. No. No morale checks because I don't think you got down to 33. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, no, you didn't get down. One more, and these guys started. This whole unit has to start taking checks.
Really?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Boy, that's quick.
Yeah.
That is.
Oh man, we just lost some cheap tanks. Oh, everybody's panicking.
Yeah, it's.
Well,
Well,
it
Where
is
the-
the Russians.
well.
Were there no commissars in tank battalion?
Yeah,
exactly.
getting ready to shoot him in the back of the head,
We're
right?
just gonna shoot them if they run.
All right, I just got to check for. There we go. What am I looking for here? There it is. Rally from suppression.
Mm-hmm.
4 to 6 rally, 1 to 3 remain suppressed.
Okay, let's see what happens. 1.
Okay.
I guess he remains suppressed.
Yeah.
So he is suppressed. Okay. That's it. That's a turn. Okay. Now, obviously, there's many other things that can happen in a more complex game, but that's how a turn works. So we're going to go to turn 2. Initiative. Germans get a +2. +1. Jeez.
7.
Imagine you'd like them to go first again?
I'm not entirely sure about that.
Oh, all right.
He's got some units that have been spotted now.
True. They might wish to bugger off.
I might wish to just take flight. Wield is a quarter speed. Code is a quarter speed. So it'd be 3 inches I could move. So I can limber up and move all in the same action.
No, and I got to check you. I knew that's where you were heading. Movement. I know we went through this, but that's okay. I forgot too. Trucks.
Okay.
Trucks.
Let's
trucks,
see.
Trucks. After dismounting. That's dismounting. Oh, come on. Dismounting. After dismounting. Guns may be pivoted in place. Oh, I was on the wrong page. I will blame myself. Limbering and unlimbering require one complete turn.
Oh, okay. That solves that problem.
Okay.
So, is it still your wish to move, or are you going to let them? Oh no,
What?
Vance
I
left.
think
Vance has run away.
Vance broke off.
He couldn't make a decision. The machine said, "Sorry, you timed out." Did he go off of Discord too?
he's shown there, but I would have assumed he would have
Yeah, I would have thought
talked
he
to
would have
us. Yeah. Maybe his internet went out. He's nowhere near the hurricane.
No, but he is in Canada.
Well,
They may have like a timer or something.
I don't know. I'm in West Virginia. It's got to be better than here.
All right, are we hearing from Vance anywhere in the chat? We are not. See, he's still in the Saturday Night Fights chat.
Yeah.
He didn't pay his Canada bill. Shoot. I don't know what to do.
Oh, now he's dropped.
Ah,
Yep. Discord might have kicked him.
that may be progress.
It might be.
I don't know. Still no Discord chat. All right. I'm going to guess that he would not want to move given that burden of loading and unloading. I'm going to guess that. So therefore,
Okay.
Russians, go.
All right. Okay, so this is just move, right?
Yep.
Just movement?
Yep.
Okay.
Remember, there are things that are spotted now, so you can react, and they've fired, so you can react to them.
Indeed, but since neither of our groups are scheduled to move this turn, they're in position to fire from where they are. So the only group that is actually scheduled to move is the HQ group. So which of these things is the recon? This is the recon, isn't it?
The T-26s?
It's the
No, no, no.
motorcycles. The
Oh, the
motorcycles are the
motorcycles.
recon.
Yeah,
Oh,
for the headquarters group.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. All right. It's these boys. All right.
I actually do have a movement within my battalion area, so I'm going to do that.
I'm going to watch it because I'm sure it'll be amazing.
It's not going to be amazing. It's
And
just going to be.
remember though, you have to turn and then goes dead straight.
And what's the firing arc?
45 degrees out your front.
All right. Okay. That's all I want.
Okay.
Because oh wait, these are just hedges now, aren't they?
Yep.
So they don't matter. They're not even there.
They're not there. Well, they're there for cover purposes.
Sure.
They're not there for movement purposes.
Right. Oh, 45 degrees is what? 2 clicks?
3 clicks.
3 clicks is 45.
How does this
Hmm.
how does this truck thing move? This whole both these blocks together?
No,
Is that right?
just the trucks.
Just the trucks? Okay.
Yep, because when you unload the flamethrowers, the trucks get taken off the board.
Ah, okay. That makes sense.
I'm assuming at this scale we can pass through other units. Okay. Just not enemy units. Okay, I'm going to throw them right there. Actually, no, we're going to bring them back a little bit. There.
And if I remember correctly, if you move less than half your movement, it doesn't affect your fire, right?
Well, if you move more than half, you can't fire.
Yeah. If you move at all, it looks like in the table you take a penalty.
If you move at all.
Well, the main thing is you fire later.
Oh yeah, that's what
See,
yes.
Stationary infantry goes before moving infantry. Stationary vehicles shoot before moving vehicles.
Gotcha.
And when it says all fire attacks, that means it's all like both sides, right?
I'm sorry, where are you referring to?
Under sequence of play, where it says all fire attacks and then 3A, 3B, 3C, 3D.
Yeah.
That's both sides of play.
Both sides,
right?
correct.
Yep. Okay.
It's simultaneous within those subphases.
Oh, okay. Then that really does make a big difference.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah. So moving vehicle fire goes last.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Just so everybody is aware, this is the only vehicle that moved over here out of this group.
Very good.
Yeah.
All right.
And we are done, I believe, unless Joe still has something.
Nope. I'm good.
All right. Well, that we've already determined that Vance does not want to move. I just don't think he does. I'm going to think a little bit about that artillery going forward if he doesn't get back to us. Air attacks, flak artillery, stationary infantry. I don't think there's any of that. AT field guns. That's Vance.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see here. This creature has an ATF5. Yeah, that's what he shot last time. Now, this is where this is critical. He fires first. His first preference, if you will, is going to be for these guys, not for these guys.
Yep.
These boys here are, what's their defense? I'd say they're the closest, aren't they?
Looks that way.
18-1. Nope, those guys are actually closer.
Yep.
A little surprised by that.
The ones in the middle?
Yeah, the T-34 is in the middle.
Okay.
All right, so they've got a front defense. Well, I suppose I should double check, and that's going to be blocked, isn't it? Yeah,
Their
17-3.
front defense is 6.
Yeah, it's actually these guys. Those guys are I guess it makes sense geometrically. They get closer and closer. So
Hey, guys.
Oh,
Hey,
there
he's
he is.
back. Hey.
I was
Did you
making
get my
bold
text,
assumptions.
Tim?
What's
I
that,
sent you a
man?
text. I sent you a text.
Oh, you
What
did?
was going on? Yes.
Wait, Jim was messing up your entire plan.
No doubt.
Oh, his internet tanked. Vance's internet has tanked. He will be back soon.
Oh, okay. Well, we can wait on him. Sure.
I don't know what happened there. It
I
just
miss Vance.
stopped working.
Yeah, let's talk about Vance while he's gone.
Let's talk about it. You know,
Yeah.
I'm not saying anything bad about him. I just met him.
Well, you're a gentleman that way.
well, that's about the only people who don't say anything bad about him are the ones who just met him.
Wow. The
You guys can hear. You guys can hear me, right?
Yes. Yes. Awesome. So
All right,
I
there we go.
presumed you didn't want to move, but now you can, since it's no harm, no foul. They moved. They put themselves in
Yep.
these positions. Only this gentleman right here moved from this group. These guys came on, and then Joe did a little finagling with these guys over here.
This one and that one.
So it'd be up to you if you want to move, but otherwise we're going to go to AT gun shooting.
Do I want to move?
Tommy McGuire indicates that the Royal Canadian Mounted Police probably came by to say sorry.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yes. No, I do not want to
apologize.
move. You are correct.
All right, then
then
it
I-
goes to shooting. Who do you want to shoot?
Everybody.
Every darn body. Who starts?
Okay, let's start with this guy.
What's nearest?
Oh.
I think you're going to be able to get this guy probably.
Probably this guy again. Yeah.
And what's he shooting again? Is he a 5? Yeah,
Five.
he's a 5. That's one of your +2s.
Does nothing.
Nothing.
This guy shoots.
I think this guy's going to be closest, honestly. That's what I was looking at when you joined us.
I guess so.
All right, that's another
It's good.
5.
Okay.
That's another +2.
No, this is a 3. This is
he's
a 3.
You're taking a 3? Okay. So it's a 3 to a 3 to a 3 to a 3. It's 3 to a 3, so it's a 0.
Okay.
Nothing.
And then there's this guy. Just,
He's a 5.
guy's still closest. Oh, I can't see him for the tank for the.
I think you can.
Okay, then I will.
Yeah, I think you're fine there.
That's a 5.
Yeah, that's a +2.
That's 4.
4. That's a suppress.
And now did he move in range? No, he's still out of range. Okay.
So, do the Russians have any shots with their? Because the only thing left is moving vehicles or stationary vehicles, which you would be both. Do you have shots?
I think so, yeah.
Indeed.
What you got?
Go ahead, Gillies. You can go first.
Oh, okay. Let's see. Well, this guy's suppressed, so he can't fire.
Right.
But these guys can.
Okay, so that guy's and remember, it's front. It's your front to the near. It's front center to nearest. So yeah, obviously that's range. I assume. I shouldn't really assume. Your range is what, 24? Yeah.
Yeah.
You're at a 5. What's he?
I'm at a 5.
Look at you. 5 to 5. That's a 0, and he has cover, which is a
Cover.
-1. So it's
Yeah.
a net. It's a net -1. Nothing.
Well, that didn't help.
His gun explodes.
Okay.
Same shot.
Yeah.
Yeah, same shot. Net -1.
Ooh, suppresses
Suppression.
him.
That'll help.
Indeed.
Unless of course he can roll it off, which he can do.
Yep.
How about who's next?
Let's try this. See if I've got range here.
Don't forget, you don't be ungenerous with yourself. You do get to go from center front. All right, so this is geez, that's one of them KVs.
Yeah, that's out of range.
Is it?
Yeah, I think the KVs have an 18-inch
Yeah, it
range.
does.
18-inch
Yep.
range.
Yep. Well, let's go with these T26s. He's in range.
Yeah, and he's got a 3, and that's a 5.
5.
So that's a -2. -2, so you can still get
It's -3 because he's cover.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, so you can't hit him.
I
So
can't
what
hit
you
him.
what you can do now, you can go to suppression. You roll 2d6. If you roll an 11 or 12, you suppress him.
Okay, so roll 2 dice then.
Yes, sir. You do
Nope.
not.
Okay, and then this T-34s.
Is he got arc there? Does he?
I think so.
That's good enough. Yep. He's got a piece of him.
And he's a 5, I think.
He's a
No, he's
an AI
Is he-
of 5. It's against the
Yep.
infantry. It's his AI. So
Yep.
it's a 5. 5 to a 5, -1, so it's a net -1.
Okay, that can do something. Oh, 5, 4.
That's a suppression.
All right, I'll take it. That's it for me.
And Achilles, you said you were done?
Yes, sir.
All right, that takes us off to the suppressions. Who wants to try to roll theirs off first?
Okay, I will.
Okay, so we're going to start with you over here. So you know 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You want a 4, 5, 6? You do not.
Nope.
Achilles, you want to try yours?
Sure.
There you go.
That's correct. Well done.
Hey.
Vance, you get
This guy?
you might want to block your ears and blindfold yourselves, Russians. These are Germans. They get a +1.
Oh, come on.
It's actually because they're veterans, as opposed to
Being in
regulars.
cover doesn't help me.
No, it's just that you're veterans.
Uh-huh. What are we
No,
throwing
but-
out here? Girl Scouts?
There you go. And these guys?
Same deal.
Yep.
That's just too easy.
hmm
Wow.
But it's not because they're Germans.
oh, no.
right?
No, it is not actually because they're Germans. It is because they're
No.
they're veterans.
Okay.
In a desperate desire to keep this fair, I did not roll for random Russian morale, which is usual. Let me tell you that doesn't come out well. It's not like you suddenly become elite. I promise you that. So they random Russian morale, very much what's going on right now. Anyway, so that's all of that. We are on turn 3. Turn 3. Initiative, please.
You get a special +1 if your language ends as all of its sentences
7.
with a verb.
You seriously cannot stop rolling that 6 on the initiative. Vance, what do you want to do?
I would like them to move first.
Russians, please.
All right, this is turn 3.
Yes, sir.
Yep.
All right. So you're up, Joe. You're the only one moving.
Okay. Well. Okay. What's my movement? I'm sorry, 24?
24.
Yeah.
Let's see all of it. Unless you got an arrow.
No, there's an arrow.
Aye.
There's an arrow. I'm trying to
That's it.
judge.
Is that you also need a
Well,
little more of a turn there, don't you?
Well, no, because I
Well,
have.
The force has to turn, but does everybody? in
Oh
the
yeah,
force have to
I see
turn?
what you're saying. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I've got to move my. I'll do it easier. It'll make sense. Let me move the battalion HQ.
I will
So I'm thinking
simplify things.
about. I think about right there's maybe your
Yeah, let me
the
see
the
that
arrow.
That's good. I can live with that.
Okay, and then everybody else has got to form around it.
Yep. As long as they stay in space, you're good.
Yep,
Except for, of course,
and-
Mr. Suppressed, who can't go anywhere.
Yeah.
Mr. Suppressed.
Anybody yelling at me in the chat? Tom Primrose, what a pleasure. Andrew is screaming fire. Just so you know. I don't know why, he's just screaming fire, so. Perhaps his house is on fire. I hope
It
not.
could be.
I hope not. I don't want that to be true.
You cannot fire through units, right?
You cannot fire through your enemies, or you cannot fire through. Oh, I think it's the same rule as in Crossfire. You can't shoot through your own dudes unless you're supporting. Did you do that support thing again, Vance?
I did what?
You know, the thing you did last time where you put your support machine gun behind your infantry?
I did not.
Okay, because I was good. I was just going to use it to show Joe.
Yep.
LOS.
So the answer for us, Joe, is no, because we're Russians.
Yeah.
That isn't true. Stop it.
That's pretty much the default position.
This
I think you're right, Achilles.
Yes.
Yeah. You know,
this bitterness is. I'm sensing bitterness.
every period has their darling, and apparently the Germans are World War II's darling, even though they lost. The French are the Napoleonic era darling, even though they lost.
Hello. You
so
watch, now wait a minute. You watch yourself, Mister.
Hey, what?
That's.
I'm just saying it's the outcome, right?
Yeah, it makes you wonder, how did they ever lose?
Yeah. It is.
All those DRMs.
LOS is measured. LOS is not blocked by any friendly or enemy platoons. So we know that.
Yeah.
So you can see through them, but can you shoot through them?
What's tough is that this is a much larger scale than we usually play.
Yep.
So these formations I'm assuming that the formations in the space on the base is actually fairly wide. So it's unclear to me what makes sense.
You may not fire through platoons unless you are doing what's called support fire.
Okay. All right, makes sense.
And only German machine guns can do support
That is
fire.
not true. Any support unit can support. Why do I talk to you people?
Well, I mean, come on, Achilles. It's not like we got support units in this scenario. I mean, come on.
That's true. We didn't even have any. So there you go.
Hey,
Or artillery.
Dalinor joins us. Hey, Dalinor, you're my friend, right? Not like these guys. Good Lord.
All right, that was fun. Okay,
It was.
my movement is complete.
How about you, Achilles? You said you had none this turn.
I don't have any.
Vance, you got any?
Let me see. Let me just.
Achilles,
Yes, sir.
do we have anything that allows us to put out any smoke?
No, of course not.
In fairness,
Unless
that is one thing you absolutely do not have.
Unless we start the woods on fire, we don't get smoke.
Yeah, you got a flamethrower team. See what they can
That's
do for
right.
you.
Are there special Russian, salt the earth, burn the fields rules? I mean,
Scorched earth.
Oh, we are not moving.
All right, let's start shooting, Vance.
Let's.
You're gonna have the first gozies because you got those boys. Who you shooting at? Those guys
The
have got to be
closest.
the nearest, don't they?
Yep.
yeah.
It's a 5 to a. Is that another 5 to 3?
Yep.
+2.
I don't know whether you've noticed, Joe, but Vance has fired
Boom.
3 times and we fired once.
I know. Yep.
Got him. Next.
This guy?
Well, they've got those
Gonna
rapid
put that
fire
in?
German AT guns.
Oh, yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Is he nearest up there?
I guess he is. Yeah.
Has he moved?
He has
This guy
not.
hasn't moved.
Okay, this guy now, because he has not moved, acquires. This is how hull down happens. There's a long.
Aha.
There's a long peroration in the book, because hills are drawn, and that's why I use these hills. If you look at the map underneath, it's these plateau hills. When he is crossing across it, he doesn't get it. When he stops, the next turn he can claim hull down, so he gets it.
Okay.
So that will give him a minus. So that's a 5 to a 3. Yeah. Yep, 5 to 3. So it usually would be +2. Now it's merely a +1.
Merely a +1.
Merely.
Mm.
That's
And
It's a
it's
suppression.
and as long as he doesn't move those armored vehicles, they remain hull down, right?
Correct.
that might be something for a marker would probably be good for that.
Yeah, I'm making notes on that stuff. One marker I want is the spotter for Vance. Another one is that. The other piece of that is, and this is something you all should know, he is hulled down to anybody to his front anywhere on this hill, even on the hill.
Wow.
The assumption is hills aren't flat, right?
Right.
So
right.
he's ducking and dodging inside this rough terrain. That's the theory of it, according to the fairly extensive article from Artie on the subject. So you have smacked this guy, however, with the suppression.
Yep, I'm going to try and smack him again with this guy.
And what's he at 3?
Yep. -1.
Yep, that's going to be a net -1.
So the most I can do is suppress him.
Which would kill him.
2 suppressions is a kill?
Uh-huh.
That does nothing.
That is not it.
Okay.
That would be all of my shoot. Wait a minute. Wait. Nope, he's just out of range.
Still hanging on that hill.
Just
Being all...
Oh.
Well, that guy's not hulled down.
He's also in range.
Why is he not in? Why
Because
is
he's
he
on the
not?
he's not on the hill. He's down here. He's made his way off the ridge, as you see.
Oh, I see.
So he's on the slope. Okay.
So yeah, we'll take a shot at him. Why not? From here.
What you got over there? What do I see? I see
3.
a 3. What's he got? I see a 6. Ooh, so yeah, you can only suppress
It's
him.
6?
Yeah. 34s. So an 11 or 12.
We call them KVs.
An 11 or 12.
Oh, that's a T-34. But...
An
It's
11
a
or
T-34.
an 11 or 4 would. An 11 or 12. Wow, would suppress.
An 11 or 4? Okay.
An 11 or a 4. Weird combination, I know, but
That's the 6. That's not 11 or 4. So
it's neither. Yeah. All right, so that's all of that.
I'm out of shots.
All
Yep.
right, let's start. So who do you guys got? Who do you got, Soviets?
You want to go fire back at him there, Achilles?
Oh, indeed. Indeed.
So
we
it's not
do.
simultaneous fire, right? So this.
No,
suppressed dude can't shoot.
no, he cannot shoot. He is suppressed. Correct.
Right. Okay. Wow. But the order of fire makes a difference.
Yes, it does.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes, it does. Thanks, Vance. Okay, we'll start here.
5 against a 5. 5 against a 5, -1 for trees. So -1.
Hmm.
And then the boy next to him, and I assume he has to fire it nearest as well. So he's going to be firing at the same guy, right?
Yep.
So there you go.
He's got to fire his priorities, and then he's got to fire it nearest. He is a 5 also. Yeah, -1 again.
There you go.
Ooh, that's a suppression.
Suppressed.
But that's okay because the Germans don't say suppressed. They get
Get a +1.
they get a +6
They
DRM.
do not get a +6.
Well, they do have those rapid fire pack 40s. So
Yeah, that too.
Oh dear.
They
How
haven't
many
even
minutes
hit
is
us
a
with
turn?
their
How many minutes is a
artillery yet.
turn, Jim?
Yes. Yeah. You know what? In the defense, I'm gonna have to rise to Artie's defense here because I'm having a good time. The actual scale. What does he say? Because Artie usually dodges on scale. He's kind of like Sam in that respect. 15 to 30 minutes.
Yeah. I'm going to get a lot of rounds in 30 minutes.
Oh yeah.
You would think we would too, but
You would
You
think.
would. But you're
it
Russian.
doesn't work that way.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, Ron's on my side, and he says you're all a handful. When's the last time you were all called a handful? Take that.
Not since I talked to my mother.
I'm saying.
All right.
Any other thoughts? What do we got?
I do on my side. Are
Yes,
you
sir.
done on your side, Achilles?
I am. Yeah.
All right. So this is a KV. It's got an AI of 5 against this
5.
thing. Yep.
So it's
And he moved less than half.
good. So that's a -1.
Okay. And -1 for the cover, right?
Exactly.
So he's down 2.
No, he's only.
What's his-
He's a 5. It's 5 to 5.
Yeah.
So it's only a -1.
Oh, okay. 4.
Just missed
3.
him.
Nothing.
Just missed him.
Okay, let's see. Do we get...
Got a little piece of him. That's all you need.
Okay. All right, so T-34s against them.
That's a 5. Same thing. -1.
Come on, suppress him.
He's got an
No.
AI of 5. Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. And none of this is spot. I guess is this spotted?
He didn't shoot. If
He didn't shoot, but he's in the open.
Yeah, but it's infantry in the open.
Yeah, infantry in the open is only what?
It's 9 inches.
9
18
inches.
inches.
Okay.
18.
Okay. Cool.
18, yes.
18 inches.
He's lurking.
All right.
There. He's lurking.
Sure. And then this guy's in the woods. So I think that's all I can do. These guys are suppressed.
Yeah.
All right.
Let's. While I'm looking at your guy here, Joe, why don't you see if you can get him unsuppressed? 4, 5, 6.
Sure. Come on.
Nope. How about you, Achilles? Can you get your guy unsuppressed?
Okay, let's find out. Yes.
You do.
All right.
Vance is not happy about that. How about you, Vance? Can you get this guy unsuppressed?
No.
No.
Oh.
It's not good.
The only
That's
number
bad.
you couldn't roll.
No. A 2 would have left him
No.
suppressed too.
Yeah.
A 2 would have left him.
Only +1 on my rallies.
All right then. That takes us to turn the fourth. 1, 2, 3, 4. Roll for initiative, please.
Oh, great.
4.
Vance, what do you want?
What do you want? What do you want? I want them to move.
They will go first, if you would please, gentlemen.
All right, then. Let's see. Joe, you're not moving this turn.
I'm just going to pivot within my battalion area.
Okay.
Legit.
However, my boys are.
They're coming. Oh dear, they have orders.
They
These boys got
do.
orders. I see them. It's gonna be interesting.
All right. Oops.
This game
What's
has no
my-
aircraft. What's that, Joe?
No, I'm just thinking. So I have a 12-inch CZ.
Yes, sir.
Oh, that's pretty far. Okay. I'm going to move.
Well, hello there.
Yeah. Howdy.
I think the phrase we're looking for here is orders are orders.
I'm assuming I can overrun in the woods or no?
Overrun.
If I can't, I'm going to take that back.
Hey, by the way, Bart, Vance, sorry.
Yeah.
You're going to want to mark. What
Oh,
is it,
where he
the
disappeared from your site.
Yeah, where although I'm not actually disappearing, so I'm not sure if that matters. But
Well, if you're coming out of arc, it does. If you're not, then it doesn't matter.
okay,
Well, yeah.
because
you're
I was
leaving-
always
well, you-
I was
in
thinking
arc
of this guy.
yeah.
Yeah, I was always in his arc in the first place. So
And he just watched you drive there.
yeah, he did.
The number, okay, that one's not suppressed. He gets to shoot you first, just so you understand that.
Are you talking to me?
Yeah, I am.
Okay. Yeah.
He's going to shoot first.
Okay.
Number 2, do you have enough movement?
Yes.
Because you know that when you hit those woods, that's gonna cost you. That suddenly makes every inch what?
For
Tracked
woods.
woods.
Third speed.
1/3. So it costs you 3 inches for every one.
For every one. Okay. I wasn't very far away.
So you're gonna want to keep very careful track of that.
Okay. Well, let me remeasure from where he was.
Sure.
So he was here. He had about 9, let's call it 10 inches of movement. And he has how much movement? 12?
His total move is he's got 18 inches. So
18. Yeah. So he's definitely got it. So he's
All
got
so I'm
3.
comfortable with all those things. That seems all good so far. Now, obviously, he's gonna try to shoot you, but that goes
Yep.
without saying.
Yep.
Yeah, you had spotted him before moving. I know that.
Yep.
That's right. Okay. On the hedge, these motorcycle guys. So are they reduced to what, half or something?
On the hedge, they're wheeled, whatever it is. It just makes that every inch that they move through that obstacle cost. Oh, that's a linear obstacle. It costs them half their move to clear it.
Okay. Get all the way, so that's fine. Do, do.
I may not be able to do it.
What is that?
Oh no, I can't. I'm still permitted. Okay, I'm reading the overrun rules also.
Yeah, I mean,
10.2.
Yeah, that's exactly
Yep.
where I am.
Ooh. If the target of the overrun is a transporting vehicle or a crew-served weapon, that target is destroyed if contacted.
Yeah, if you make contact, you're going to kill him.
Which, I guess,
I get my shot first.
Yep,
yeah,
So if I fail my shot, you kill me.
yep.
looks that way. And if he suppresses me, where am I suppressed?
You're,
Do
you're
I pull?
suppressed. You're suppressed 1 inch away,
Okay, all
or
right,
2 inches
Cool.
in our case.
Okay.
All right, our movement is done,
Yeah.
or mine is. I'm sorry.
Mine is also.
That is a nasty tank.
KV.
Yeah,
It's got a lot of armor.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's why it's nasty in this instance. I guess is what I'm saying. Because he also has
Well protected, but slow, immobile.
he has the
Do I have to shoot
gun.
at his front armor? Or do I get a?
you have to shoot at his front.
He's
'Cause-
over. Okay.
Yeah. You shoot at his
Sometimes
front.
you get.
The other question I've got is whether he has the option to break off, and I think he does.
I thought you
If
could
who-
break off in total.
I think
battalions.
this is. I think. Well, and that's the question: if it's a total battalion thing or not. I'm wondering if this is what I'm referring to. Since you've got the book in front of you.
Mm-hmm.
Close combats general. Defender options while being overrun or assaulted. Targets of overrun may remain stationary and fight or break off if they have not moved. See infantry break off 3111. If the target can still be reached after break off, it is automatically eliminated. Targets of infantry must remain stationary and fight. So I'm going to take a look at 3111.
Yeah, I can't get far enough away from him,
Can't,
so I'm going to stay and fight. I'm going to stay and fight.
okay, if that's
Anyway,
that
anyway.
was my only question.
Although it might be important to know this rule anyway.
Yes.
For future reference, could Vance have run away successfully?
You
I
said
don't know.
three.
I'm a pushed guns, and
It's
I'm not limber.
311-1.
Oh, that makes more sense. Okay.
Yeah, unfortunately, yeah, it's the whole battalion. Yeah, the whole battalion would have to break it. I know you don't want to do that, so it is what it is. Sooner or later, these guys got to take it. But
Yeah,
Okay.
you know that.
yeah, okay. So was that all the Russian moves? I'm sorry.
That's
Indeed.
all mine. Yeah.
All right. So the Russians are all done. That takes us next to firing. We know that Vance gets to go first in all the fires.
What if I get to want to move?
Oh, forgive me. Move, move, move. By all means. My presumptuousness.
So I want to move my FO here.
That FO fellow. Mm-hmm.
Is he infantry or is he actually in vehicles or what is it?
Yeah, he's got a move of 18. You'll see that. So that he's vehicle. He's
He's a
way.
vehicle.
Yeah, he's way too fast. He should be considered a wheeled vehicle.
And he can still only rotate 45.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we'll just do that for our move. How's that?
Sure.
And these gents here are going to do the same thing.
I see moving. It's very exciting.
And
It'll also be
they're
observed. I see machine guns.
going uphill. Does that cost anything for
Foot. Let me look.
rolling
Let me
hills?
look. Rolling.
Infantry. Yep,
Nothing.
rolling hills. Nothing.
Nothing at all.
So we can go to there. And these guys get an ambush shot at these guys, right?
Yeah.
They weren't
these-
spotted till I crossed that head that
Correct. Yeah, they were.
ridge.
They're right down there, and those fellows suddenly popped up and went, "Oh God, it's a tank gun."
That's taking it. Now, is this a flank shot?
I think it is. I do think it is. Let me look. I just
Still has a 5. That's not good.
that is nasty.
Yeah, I think the flank line is determined by a line parallel to the front edge.
But the guy
Uh,
himself, take a look at the picture on 15. He himself must be also behind that flank line. Is he?
Yeah. I don't know.
Let's have a look.
So I'm not.
Yeah, no,
Is what
you're
you're
not. Yeah, you'd have to be behind this line. I don't think
Yeah.
you can see it.
Okay,
You-
fair
yeah.
enough.
Mhm. No, it's a great question. Pretty important question too.
Yeah.
All right.
And okay, yep, that's fair enough. I'm done moving.
All right, that's all of Vance's moves. Now you get to shoot Vance.
Yeah, so let's take this first shot here.
Yeah, unfortunately, this is a -2, I think. It's a
Negative
5.
4. Also -2. Yeah.
-2. Yeah. So only a 6 is going to get it done.
I could roll 2 dice and get 5 or 6, right?
No,
11,
that
12.
you only get to do that if you are at a -3 or worse.
Okay. We need a 6.
Mhm.
That's what you're saying. That's not a 6. So they're dead. So he's
What-
technically right here, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And he technically doesn't go away until close combat resolution, right?
Correct.
5A?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's right. That's right.
All right.
He would be.
So he's too big. He can't shoot anybody else.
Correct. He's
No.
all stuck there.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this guy is going to take a shot at the. Yeah, I'm going to take a 5-6 shot at that guy. I do that?
So we see a 3.
Yeah.
3 to a
A
5.
7?
3 to. Oh yeah, it's a 7. Oh, KV. Jeez. Yeah. So it's a 2d6 looking for 11, 12. Oh.
Nope.
And close.
This guy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Ooh, what a good point. So let's just to spin this out through his arc. Yeah, that's the only guy he's got, and it's nearest.
Yeah.
Because those guys don't count. Huh. Very interesting.
What guys don't count?
Ergo, I'm just saying this. I'm just saying that anybody outside that arc wouldn't count.
Yeah, I couldn't shoot those guys.
Yeah,
anyways.
right. That's interesting. Very interesting. All right, his anti-infantry unfortunately is only 2.
Yep.
And he's got a defensive 5, so yeah, it's an 11 or 12.
Does the hedge give him any defense?
It doesn't matter. You're already at your -3. So you got to get that 11 or 12 to suppress him.
Okay. Another 9.
Close.
Just keeps dancing with it.
And these guys.
That I think. Well, who's closest?
T-34s.
Them guys there? All right.
It's a 3 to a 5.
3 to 5 minus 2.
3 to 6. 3 to a 6.
Ooh.
Right?
Yep.
Nope.
Okay. There. Is that all of them?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
Still only spot those guys out to 24. So
Shooting it up out there. All right. Did the Soviets get any shots that they're eligible for?
I don't have anything else spotted.
Okay. Achilles, you got anything?
I can't shoot because I believe I moved more
Right.
than half my.
half.
Well,
Range.
also, right. These guys move more than half, and this guy's got the ambush on you anyway. So
Mhm.
What's the spotting distance within woods?
6, I think,
6. Okay.
and that's for it's right here. Infantry in cover is 6. Vehicles are 12.
Okay.
So this guy can see you. You can't see him.
No. Okay.
Boom, boom.
Wait, you said this is a vehicle.
He moves as a vehicle. He counts as infantry. I'm confident
Okay.
of that. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a wee target is the point.
He just runs really, really fast.
He's on a bike.
He's an Olympic sprinter.
Turn 5. Turn 5 takes us to halfway. I just want to make sure we're okay on time.
Wait.
Sorry. What is it?
He wants to
I want to
suppress that.
You want to
poor guy.
unsuppress that guy? Of course you do. Go ahead and do it. Try it. Sorry. You do.
Thank you.
And
Yeah,
now, of course, I must permit this to be done as well.
Of course not.
That guy wants nothing to do with this fight. He just doesn't.
No. Nothing.
It's like, we're in these crappy tanks. We don't want to be
Yeah.
unsuppressed.
How about the good tanks go fight?
Yeah. There's guns up there. I don't want to get any closer than I already am.
All they gave us was a slingshot.
Yeah.
We got his nick on our robe. All right, we'll be able to finish to the halfway point tonight. That's awesome. We'll do one more turn. So,
Okay.
Initiative.
Hmm.
Come on, win one.
Yeah, that would be nice. wouldn't it?
5.
4.
You can't.
Uh,
how can I win one?
You're right. We're not German.
That's right. He's got a +6 DRM or something.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Vance, would you like the bitterness patrol to go first, or do you want to go?
I'm not sure now. I think I would like to move first.
Then you may move first, for none can say otherwise.
This is turn 5, right?
It is turn 5.
Okay.
Well, this guy's going to
Yeah.
move.
Yes, sir.
Our rotate is
That's it.
35
Mhm.
and go 18.
Mhm. Sweet baby Jesus.
Get the hell out of Dodge.
The FO's like, I'm getting out of here.
Something bad just happened right in front of me.
Something bad is
And-
happening.
These guys are going to move.
Yes.
Rotate.
Ooh.
First and then move. And so they can't do. These guys are not there. These guys. Are not going to move. This guy is going to. If I do that, I can't shoot. If he's going to overrun me,
Mm-hmm.
do I still get a shot at him even if he's not coming through my covered arc?
Yeah. Yes, you do.
Yes, I do.
Yes, you do, because it's assumed.
So I do not have to spin to
No.
make that work.
No, the assumption
Is
is the assumption is you're going to make every last effort to live for
Right,
all
but
the unfortunate bad odds that's going to be.
The rules are that if he rotates, he can't shoot.
Correct. If he rotates as a regular thing, he can't shoot.
So then he will not do that. Okay, that's it for me.
I have to move this turn. Yeah.
You do indeed.
Yep. Okay. Well. Unfortunately, we're going to hit you because that's right where the arrow's going. Here is my. He has to go. Okay, so that's a total of 50. So let's call it 5.5. And then it's, what was it? 1/3 movement through the
1/3
woods?
movement through the woods, yeah.
So he's got another 8. 5 from me is 13. Divided by 3 is 4 inches ish.
Yeah.
Mhm.
He's going to contact. I mean, are these trucks behind this thing actually here, or?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Okay, well then he's going to contact those right there.
Yeah.
Does that mean
Yeah.
he's contacting the guns too? Or
Yes.
That's a
So-
whole unit, right?
Yep, exactly.
Okay, and then this guy's got to come. He's going to make sure he stays in arc and go kind of the same direction because he doesn't have any. So he's going to go like that. That's about let's call it 3.
Yep. Agreed.
Plus another. He's about right. I'd say maybe there 14.
I think that's fair.
Instinct 17. Yeah, for the arrow.
Mm-hmm.
This guy can't move. So that's it.
Good. Achilles, did you have a move?
Nope. I have a question though.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Could these guys move to close assault here?
As long as you're in your CZ, you could, that's what
Yeah.
Joe did over here.
Yeah.
Right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. As long as you stay inside your CZ. Yes.
All right. Very good then.
Yeah, there's actually quite a bit of freedom of movement
Mm-hmm.
in the game. I thought there wasn't going to be any, really.
No,
But
and
when
it's the same as Shaco, really, if you think about
Yeah.
it.
yeah, only the pieces move faster.
Yes. Yes. The pieces have wheels and tracks in them.
Yes, they do,
That's it.
and they're more maneuverable.
Yeah. That's for a fact. But you're staying within your CZ, so that's what matters.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's what we've got. What now? That it? That it for the Soviets?
Yep.
Think so.
And Vance went first, so now Vance gets to shoot with those of his things that get to shoot.
So
Yes.
I'm gonna drop artillery on these guys.
Oh.
Your FO
Here.
while running across an open field will now call in artillery.
Well,
Oh,
of course.
that's true. He moved this turn. He can't do it this turn.
Yeah. No firing.
Yeah.
can't-
Didn't you know that the Germans have satellite?
They got GPS.
satellite
That's right. It's
Yeah.
GPS, German positional satellites.
There you
Yeah.
go. So that boy right there.
This boy right here is gonna shoot at them again.
I think we were 11 or 12 on that. Yeah.
How about a 10?
Ooh.
Whoa,
Not
close.
Where's my German +1?
Yeah, close but no sure.
My defensive fire against him?
Yeah. That's a tank of 5. This is a tank of.
Well, that's those KVs too.
Yeah, it's a -2. So it's still a -2. So the 6 gets it done.
Oh. Nope.
And obviously they can't shoot at anybody. These guys.
And they're in the woods now, right?
Yep.
And these guys, I don't think I can do much. These guys now haul down, right?
Yeah.
No,
which-
he's just got there that turn, so he won't be held down till the next turn.
Oh,
Let's see. He on
you didn't
turn
move.
4 he arrived. So what turn is
Yeah.
this?
This turn 5.
This is 5.
Yeah, so he's
Okay,
held
so
down.
yeah, I guess he is held down.
Yep.
Sorry.
It usually would be a 3 to a It's
It's
an
a
11 or
5-6.
12. No, it's an 11 or 12
Yep.
no matter what.
Nope.
Next.
That's it.
Over here, you got this one, Vance.
Oh, do I?
Yeah, because that's one big unit.
Wait,
Those guys,
Oh, yeah, okay, sorry.
those
Yeah.
guys are not going gentle into the good night. I just got to look
It's
at.
3 to 6.
Yeah, I got to see
three
what.
to 6.
I do have to see what you got to do though when you have multiple attackers.
Pick one.
Yeah, he picks one. Any better than the other?
They're the same. They're exactly the same.
So, well, say which one, and I think you're gonna be 11 or 12, right? Or are you? Is this better than that?
11 or 12.
Yeah, 11 or 12.
Nope.
Mm-hmm. All right. Any Soviet? What Soviet fire you got? I think most everybody that the Germans got is out of range of you right now.
Yeah, I don't think
I'm in
this.
range of that KV.
Yeah, but I don't think I'm spot. Oh well, there. Yeah. Looks like.
Did this guy not move more than half? Yeah, he did.
Yes, he did.
Oh, this he moved more than half. He can't
Yeah,
fire.
yeah.
These guys didn't.
These guys can shoot at me.
All right. Who do you want to shoot at? That guy down there?
Well, yeah, I only have one target, I think.
Sure.
Yep.
The T-34 first?
Yeah, we'll do that first.
5. 5 to 5. It's a 0.
Nothing.
And the T-26 is
Yeah.
3.
The I-3?
Yeah, it's -2.
Yeah,
That's
he's shooting spitballs.
Mhm. No.
Oh, wish I'd rolled that with the first one, though.
Yeah, that would have at least gotten you something out of the deal.
Yeah.
All right, that's it. We good? All right,
I
suppressions.
believe-
Suppressions. Can you get this one off?
I hope so.
Yes, sir.
4.
Hey,
There it goes.
Yeah. Now
finally woke those guys up.
he's way out of command range.
He is obligated to move into CZ promptly. That's it's one
Okay.
of those. It's one of those honorable. Go get yourself over to where you're supposed to be.
Okay.
Yeah, that sort of deal. All right. Very interesting. Well, first of all, I won't say we've got it because I'm sure a bunch of people are going to comment that we screwed up this, that, the other thing. Please, please do. I'm very serious. Please do. Let us know if we screwed anything up. Vance, yeah, it's because we got to check on Vance's battalion. I suppose I should look at it. We should actually look at both battalions. Everybody. Everybody.
I've
looks-
lost 3 support units.
Yeah, 3 supports, and you've still got how many out there? Because your battalion is a whole.
Yeah, his force is huge. So
Yeah.
Yeah, you're fine. Okay. So, I'm sure people are going to tell us we did this, that, the other thing wrong. Please let us know. That's why we're doing this. Before I commit to A, making a big sized map, and B, playing this thing double blind, which I absolutely intend to do, because I'm slowly starting to get it now, especially since spotting. I'll probably drag Dalinor in here, and we'll just do the spotting together and go, "Did you get that one? Did you get that one?" And we'll figure it out. So, well, I guess he says with his heart in his mouth, what do you think so far? I realize it's just a tiniest sample, but pluses, minuses, things you like, things you don't.
Joe, go ahead. You're the newest. You're the
new guy.
junior.
You're the new guy.
Yeah.
I like how quick it is. I think that's awesome. Of course, because I like Shaco. I like the written orders idea. I love the timing orders idea.
Yeah.
I am. If we are playing the battalion area rules correctly, I like those because I think that you should have freedom to position units within your battalion area.
Yes.
The things that I don't like though is that, like, I don't know, like for the Germans' guns here, like would this like I'm not seeing much in the way of combined arms here.
Mm-hmm.
So would putting an infantry platoon with each of these, would it help it stay quick, stay longer?
Well, that's the thing is I'm restricted though. I can't get there. My battalion headquarters is here, and all of my infantry had to stay within 24 inches.
Right. So unless he wants to deploy his BC forward, which has all sorts of risks.
I see.
Let me save this real quick so that I can.
Because my BC being here, 24 inches is, an arc like this.
And he's got he's got a good sized range. One of the things I was asking Vance about that I wanted to show you, Joe, is one thing you can do is put your infantry in front of your support units like this.
Mm-hmm.
All the targeting goes against this guy. All the ranges for this guy are measured from here.
Yeah.
And because then this becomes an infantry unit, so when it gets overrun, you actually get a fight. You don't just don't run over it.
Exactly.
Yep.
Okay, so all right, that's kind of what I'm looking for. And then the last thing is we have some. I'm assuming that these T-26s are supposed to be some kind of recon platoon within the battalion.
Yes.
Yeah, they're light tanks.
Yeah, I think that there's a whole method of play, probably based on the way the formations were actually used, where maybe you put those guys out front, and like different formations, like put those guys out front to screen for things like these AT guns, and then when you spot them, then you move up the bigger tanks, because I think that's what we did.
Mm-hmm.
It is what we did. Yeah.
Yeah,
It is what you did, yeah.
So I think that's like a little game within the formation. And I'm wondering if there are others of those based on different formations that different countries have. Which, if there is, that would be really cool.
Yeah, and
See now, if our CZ zone was larger, like the German one,
Yeah.
then you could use those light tanks well out in advance of
remember, the only
heavy.
reason the German CZ is so big is because
of
he's got
battalion.
is the size of his platoons.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
It's not a German thing in that instance.
It's the size of the battalion.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the number of platoons I have on.
The number of platoons, yeah.
So
if we had formations of over 12 platoons, we would double our CZ also.
exactly.
Yep.
Okay. Well, I don't know. Maybe in the Russian TONE there is some such animal.
Oh, there is. Remember, part of the problem is this is such a small battle.
Yeah.
Oh, there are gigantic Russian formations.
Okay. Yeah. So
Yeah, I mean,
I want to play. I want to play a lot more of this. I want to play it on a bigger scale, though.
Sure.
I want to.
Yeah, I think this scenario. I like the system. I like the way the system's working. It's starting to click now. But I think this scenario is too restricted
Yes.
to show things really very well. I mean, I like the system though. I don't think the scenario is showing it very well.
I get it. You know,
What it showed works well.
no, like I say, the only reason I chose this one, well, it was the first. So I'm building the second one, which is 4 times this size and has all the appropriate toys as you can imagine to play with. So there'll be certainly much more to do and a lot more backing and forthing and toing and froing. So we'll see. We'll definitely see.
I can imagine a meeting engagement would be just crazy.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
Oh, well, especially with since
Double
you're doing
blind?
pre-planned arrows,
Yeah.
I mean, oh wow, we just ran into each other, but we're on a different plan,
In World War II, though, there's I think an actual honest to god meeting engagement wasn't that often.
No, it was pretty rare.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But by the same token, it's what we as gamers all love. We know that.
Yeah.
Well, I like the variety in things, but, well, it goes back to the old days of Combat Mission. All the way back to the first edition, there was this constant anger about, Charles always arguing with the people, you all want meeting engagements, and yet you can't provide me 10 examples of one.
Right.
So well, it is what it is. So we have saved it. We'll come back and finish it, hopefully, next week, this same time. We'll just see how she wraps up. And then
No, next week I'm not available.
he's out. All right. Well, maybe we'll have somebody, we'll maybe have OJ sub in. He can join the other side. And,
Yeah.
And but we will definitely be building a bigger one. So the next time we come back for Spearhead, maybe Vance, you can join a big game. And you'll have the basics down and correct me when I forget what I just said 2 weeks before. Tomorrow, come on back because we are going to play Chain of Command. Achilles and the Command Tent are in action at Operation Epsom, the Scottish corridor, with the horribly unnerving task of the British to defend rather than attack. And for everybody in the chat, and Vance particularly, no, the British get no Churchill AVREs.
Well, that's hardly sporting.
That's it. There's none of that. And on Saturday,
But they do get special DRMs.
They do get special DRMs. Actually, no, the Germans do.
Of course they do.
Of course they do.
The Germans do. They are the veteran troops. It's Der Führer, the 12th Panzer, I think. But in any event, and then on Saturday, the Battle of Chickamauga for Altar of Freedom. Battle of Chickamauga. So, for all of our friends who are traveling, OJ, for all of our friends in Florida, and wherever you are, please take care of yourselves. But until we see each other again, please take care of yourselves